What's up, everybody? We're back and we got another technical analysis video for y'all today. And guys, I'm excited to be back. I am feeling electric right now. These last 3 days have been transformative for me, guys. I'm a whole new version. I feel like I was 2.0, now I'm 3.0. Okay, guys, it's just incredible. I'm just like on a whole new wavelength and I'm just loving the energy that I'm able to draw in, guys. A lot of big changes on the horizon here. Anyways, guys, I'm excited to take this energy and bring it into this technical analysis. Get reacquainted and get caught up on everything. Just make sure we're all on the same page and kind of keeping an eye on what's about to occur and how to brace ourselves and prepare ourselves so we can position properly. Okay, guys, because we just had the monthly candle close. Okay, and then on top of that, we got XRP over $1 right now. All right, and there's rumors of a settlement this week. Okay, so we have a lot to go over. I'm excited to get into it, guys. So let's just get started. And here we are. We got XRP. Okay, I'm gonna move it to the monthly chart. Look at the monthly chart, guys. We see in April we had incredible volume. It was the most volume, guys. Okay, of all the volume we see here on this chart, April gave us the most. Okay, big buyer here under 63 cents. He was like, yup, let me fill the bag, and look at all the levels he destroyed on his way up. Okay, May, we see the sellers step in and they're combating our buyer here. The sellers were able to get it all the way down to the 65-cent level, okay, which is very close to 63 cents. But they didn't take our guy out, okay? He started right here. They couldn't even press him down, which means he could be buying up the supply. Now, are there enough sellers to take him out? That's the question, okay, guys? Now, this is interesting because the body closed below $1.10, and $1.10 is showing to be a very significant area right now. Okay, this is going to make more sense when I drop down to the daily. All right, as you see on the daily, we're struggling and we have multiple resistances here. We have the $1.10, we got the 20 moving average, the 50 moving average, and we got this candle here, okay, which is reinforced with a little wick behind it, okay, guys. And then behind that you have the big dump with the most volume. So there's resistance here, guys. There's panic, and I don't know if this has shown that all this panic has been absorbed. Okay, guys? I think people are still a little up and down, a little iffy. I mean, Bitcoin's still in the 30s right now. Okay, guys? And again, it was Memorial Day, so the news cycles were pretty quiet. So a lot of big things could pop off here later today. Okay? It's 1:45 as I record this, June 1st. So it's Tuesday, June 1st, guys. Okay? So by the time y'all see this, who knows? Things could have already popped off. Anyways, though, I understand that XRP appears to be bullish. Okay, guys? I mean, it was at 80 cents, then 90 cents, and look at that. Boom. Real quick, got up to a dollar. Was that the high? $1.04? No, that's. Yeah, $1.04, $1.05. Okay, guys? And then it continued. We got up to $1.10 on the next candle. All right? So on today's candle, we got up to $1.10. But look, it came back down. The volume's low. See, we have a low and we got a higher low, guys. And on top of that, we know that 90 cents to $1.10 is a support level. Okay, we've seen it in the past perform for us. All right, guys, we had a nice explosion here with all this volume. We came all the way back to 90 with a nice wick, and then we took off again back, but we did set a lower high off the second time. Okay, guys, and then as you see, the panic came all the way in, touched our 90 cents again. We get a cool bounce, doesn't perform, goes below, gets a catch. It's hanging here, comes below again, immediately comes back in. But guys, it didn't come back in with a lot of money, which means it's not coming in with a lot of greed. Okay, structurally, it actually looks great. All right, structurally, it looks great. You have a clear target up here, all right, where the big dump started. And you got your low and your higher low. The only thing is the low, and you're at a support level at that. Okay, the only thing is the low and the higher low both didn't really perform. I wanted to see some performance from these two showing excitement in the area that would give more signals to even more people, because then you'd have the volume read to confirm that, hey, this is, a low and a higher low, anticipating a push to set a higher high, or at least a double top. So in my opinion, right now, what we got to do with XRP, we got to clear this $1.10 to about $1.18 in there. Okay, I think if we start seeing $1.19, $1.20, that's a sign that we're ready to take off. Okay, might get a little pullback around $1.20 and then go test, because this would be the next level. All right, that means this level is ready to take its attempt. It's cleared its hurdle here, and here it goes, attempting to set a higher high. All right, but I don't know, guys. I'm just not seeing the excitement here right now. That's the only thing, which makes me feel like maybe this all hasn't been absorbed yet. And that means if we don't perform here, guys, we could easily come back down. If we come back down to 90 cents, hear me out, guys. If we come back down to 90 cents and 90 cents gives out, guys, and if it gives out with some volume on the sell side, okay, if there's some panic or fear as 90 cents gives out, we're coming down to 63 cents again. All right, we're coming down to 63 cents. And that's on the table because, guys, Bitcoin has a dump on the table as well. Okay, Bitcoin is not looking that healthy. We're going to go over it in a little bit, but Bitcoin still has room to go. Okay, we haven't seen the 30K level perform, which isn't that surprising because there's so much panic. There's such a nasty narrative against Bitcoin. Okay, plus all the banning of the mining in China and whatnot. All right, and the risk to reward, you're only taking a shot to double your money. You could still lose money. You could lose a third of your money just to double your money. That's not a good trade setup in my opinion. So I mean, Bitcoin, if we come back down to 30K and it gives out, guys, that means XRP is probably also coming down with it. And that means if Bitcoin, okay, right, if this gives out and we lose 90 cents, we're coming down to 63 cents. If Bitcoin, in my opinion, is melting down to 20K, 19K, maybe even 18K, XRP's coming down and we're going to probably see 40 cents and under. All right, guys, that'll be on the table. Because to come down from where we are to the 63 cent level and then everything bleeds, I don't know, unless they win that day, so all that scared money floods into XRP to launch it to new highs, I'd expect it to come down, guys, and give us 40 cents and under. That's on the table. I'm not telling you it's going to happen. It's just on the table. Okay, guys? It's on the table because even though we have a low and a higher low, did they perform that well, especially being at a support level? Okay, now obviously it still has time. This is a new daily candle here. I mean, we got 17 hours, but I mean, this big blue candle didn't have that much volume. Okay, but again, it was a healthy pullback. Here's your low, here's your higher low, and there is a clear target. So I do think $1.10 to $1.18 range is what's going to determine how things play out. I think if we clear that $1.18, there's a good chance we're going to shoot for $1.50 to $1.64, and that's where we'll look next to see how XRP performs. If we get bullish signals here, if buyers are just snatching it and we're seeing buy volume increase in this area, there's a good chance we're taking off and we're going to set a new high, guys. We're going to go challenge the new all-time, or we're going to challenge the all-time high of 384 because we're going to clear this if we get bullish from here. I mean, this is not going to be enough to stop a bunch of bulls loading up right here, especially if there's fundamental news behind it. Okay, guys? But if we struggle here, and right now it's appearing we're struggling, the reason we believe that is because we don't have any buyers showing excitement coming off a 200 moving average, a support level, and a higher low. You would think you'd see more people wanting to participate to take advantage of such sweet, beautiful setups. But instead, it's pretty quiet. Okay, and it's actually struggling near the top of our overall support level, this 90 to $1.10 range. Okay, guys, and then on top of that, again, we got the moving averages also trying to apply pressure. If we struggle here and we come down, you see why I say 90 cents? If 90 cents gives out, guys, this average ain't gonna catch it. It barely. This is what it did. That's it. That's weak as fuck. This thing's coming down to 63 cents. And if Bitcoin is melting simultaneously as we're coming to our next support level, this thing's probably gonna give out. Get you down to here, and in the grand scheme of things, will probably end up as a wick, a nasty wick. which then will probably launch you off to brand new all-time highs on the next bull run, in my opinion. Okay? I mean, imagine a nasty tail wick down to like 40 cents, 25 cents, 20 cents. Talk about a shakeout right before you flip the switch and launch XRP and let it get relisted and defeat the SEC or whatever happens. Okay, guys? I know a lot of people believe Ripple's going to win. And I mean, I believe they're going to win. Okay? Things point that way. But I'm not set in stone. Okay? They could also lose. And if they lose, that also could give us that opportunity. They might lose on purpose. This could all be coordinated like we've been, speculating. They could lose on purpose, shake out everyone, and scoop it up one last time before it goes. Because you got to remember, with XRP and with Ripple in this lawsuit, if XRP is the new global currency, the bridge currency, you think the world governments are going to allow a private company from San Francisco to own half of the supply that's held in escrow? That could be really what this lawsuit's about, guys. And we're not being told all the details, okay? They're just giving us what, oh, it's a security or not a security just for the sheep, for the masses, okay, guys? But I don't know what's going to happen. I just know a lot of people believe Ripple's going to win. And I know in these markets, when a lot of people believe the same thing, you should get positioned on the opposite side, because usually the opposite is going to happen. Okay, guys? Now, I'm not saying we're not going to win. I don't know the statistics. I don't know how many people are looking at XRP and thinking it's going to win, or if it's just the XRP community, which is a small sliver of the grand scheme, okay? Because not that many people, less than probably 1% of the population, okay? Maybe 2% of the population knows what XRP is, okay? People barely know what crypto is. They wouldn't sell XRP if they knew what it was, okay, guys? This kind of stuff wouldn't be happening right now. I mean, the media doesn't even cover XRP, but soon it will when this lawsuit is settled, whether it's SEC defeating them or them winning. Either way, they're going to hit headlines, okay? And we know what's going on. We know what's up, okay? XRP is global tech. The lawsuit isn't necessarily about them being able to adopt XRP. It's more so about Ripple and what Ripple did with XRP, okay? And probably what they do with what they have in escrow. All right, guys? So, I mean, it's just something to be mindful of. If they lose, you do not panic. Listen to me. Listen to your Shidoshi, okay? If we lose the lawsuit, this is not bad. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not bad. It's actually an opportunity for you to take advantage of maybe what will be the greatest shakeout of all shakeouts. Okay, guys? Because, again, that will give you that nasty wick, which just happens to be coinciding with Bitcoin with a potential dump down into the 20s, okay, if its 30K level doesn't perform. All right, this is high time frame, so this could take a while to develop. This doesn't mean this all happens this week. This doesn't mean it happens next week. It could, because of the XRP and the SEC thing, or I mean the Ripple and the SEC thing, but again, we don't know. We're just speculating, and we're trying to be prepared for multiple scenarios. Most people have a plan for XRP, if we win the lawsuit, which is, hey, I got to get as much as possible. But what if we lose the lawsuit? What are you going to do? Are you going to sell your XRP? Or are you going to scoop more if it dumps? You have to know your product. You have to know what you're invested in. You have to know the dynamic of things, okay? I will be accumulating if we get down into the 20s, okay, in the 40s, especially because I had a dream that dumped to 41 cents, okay, guys? I'm putting it out here on video now, okay? I put it on my social media, but I'm putting it out here as well on the video. I had a dream. It's not financial advice, okay? None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, okay, guys? This is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only, okay? But my dreams as well are not financial advice. So don't be like, oh, let's wait for 41 cents because Nebby had a dream about it. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, guys? That's what I like to do. I just like to put things out there. All right, guys? But anyways, so yeah, what are you going to do? Are you going to sell it? Are you going to scoop more? Do you understand what you're getting involved with when you buy it? Are you speculative gambling and you're just getting it because you think it'll get you rich quick? Come on, guys. You have to understand what you're doing here so you can play correctly. All right? And you have to be ready for all scenarios. Everyone's ready for XRP to explode. Is everyone ready if it melts? if this entire space melts, I mean, how is the market going to respond to regulations whenever it's given? We don't even know what the regulatory framework is going to sound like or be like, okay? What if with the regulations they hit us with an 80% crypto tax? I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't think it would, because then nobody would participate with the crypto. Okay? The space, it would be a tough space. All right? I mean, who want to get involved? You're going to pay 80%. You know, I mean, you win $1,000, you only get to keep 200. So it's, I mean, I think you kill the space that way. So but again, it's on the table. All right, it's on the table. We don't know, and really the point I'm trying to get across is we don't know what is going to come with that framework and how the landscape is going to change. So again, we have plans for all scenarios. That's why I'm giving you two arguments here in this analysis. As you can see, I'm not telling you it's going to explode. I'm telling you as an investor, in the long term, it's going to explode. That's as an investor, okay? In the long term, okay? It's going to explode. But right now, if you're trying to get in right now, if you're trying to figure out what happens next, you just need to know multiple scenarios and have a plan, okay? And if I'm giving you guys the plan right now, if we clear this area, if we clear $1.10 to $1.18 with some power, we're going to go shoot up to $1.50, up to $1.64. Okay, we really want to blast through this. Okay, we want to get above $1.64 and we want to challenge right here. That's why I tell you, if we see bullish signs here between $1.50 and $1.64, there's a good chance we are going to challenge this and take off, because we're so close. I don't see why you wouldn't even try to set a higher high. And if you set a higher high, I mean, you're probably shooting up to like $2.70, maybe $3. And to me, when you break $3, you've already confirmed you're gonna go challenge the all-time high of $3.84. Okay, so I mean that could definitely occur, and we could end up in a situation like that with some good news about Ripple winning the lawsuit. Okay, or some kind of settlement or something that could easily happen this week and give us this scenario. But at the same time, we might not get an announcement this week. We might have Bitcoin melt this week. We have a lot of things that could happen that could bring this down or also take it up. It's not just the lawsuit. Okay, we want to know with the lawsuit. That's one of the scenarios. Okay, if we don't get the lawsuit news this week, what could happen? Technically, structure-wise, this thing has a way to melt. Okay, but also has a way to pop. It could easily pop and try to, come up to $1.50, get rejected, set another lower high, and then dump hard. That's possible. Okay, the way the structure is set up, I personally don't know if I see that happening. I think if we get here, we're probably going to just push for the $60s and really just challenge this. That's why something big is going to happen if we clear this area. Okay, but I don't think we've gotten the big news to give us enough confidence to clear the area, which is why the technical structure is showing weakness right now, okay? And you're not seeing buyers participate. You also don't have a good stop loss here, okay? This is a terrible place to enter, all right? Terrible place to enter. Your stop loss would be down here. And you could potentially get rejected here because you're already showing weakness. But you're at the top of a support level overall, so why would you even want to get out here? If you're playing it from a higher time frame. So again, it's very interesting. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we try to come out one more time, okay? It also wouldn't surprise me if we start coming down. I just, like I said, want to get y'all prepared for multiple scenarios, okay? If it comes down, 90 cents, okay? Let me reiterate, guys. I'm just trying to make sure this is hammered in, okay? So y'all are prepared. If we clear this area, $1.10 to $1.18, we're going to go shoot up for $1.50, $1.64. And we're looking for bullish signs. If we struggle here in this area and get rejected, okay, if we don't blast through this area, if we can't get past $1.18, get to $1.20, there's a good chance we're coming back down to 90 cents, okay? But if we come back from this area down to 90 cents, that's not exactly what you'd want to see, Okay, there's a good chance 90 cents could give out there. The 200 right here did not perform as we see in this move and this move. So we wouldn't expect the 200 to catch us and launch us to new highs, which means there's a good chance we'd be coming down to 63 cents. Okay, and if that's occurring at the same time as Bitcoin's melting below 30K, if that happens, then 63-cent level probably won't hold. And you could see 40 cents down to 20 cents. All right. And if that happens, remember this is on a high time frame. It could happen fast, give us a nice wick to the downside. Maybe give us a wick to 40 cents, come back above, really strengthen this weekly level, and then set us off to new highs. Okay, guys. So we're looking to see how the 90-cent level plays out if we come down. And we're looking to see how we perform between $1.10 and $1.18. Okay, right now we're struggling to even get to $1.10. Okay, we're at $1.05 and the volume is low this entire time, which takes away some of the credibility of this low and higher low setup. Okay, we have our low and our higher low. It's just with low volume. We want to see this kind of setup with high volume because it shows people are playing that pattern and they're seeing it as a bullish sign. So they're loading up ready to go. You have more participants to help take you to your destination. Okay, we don't have that many people helping us right now. All right, guys. So, and we're showing weakness at the top of this range, which is overall a support level. All right, and again, this big candle here, guys. I mean, look at that volume. Is there still fear in the market? Because this price isn't driving up through greed right now. If it was, we'd see the volume increase. All right, so there could still be some fear, and this thing could come down for another test. All right, it could even hold at 90 for a little bit and then take off. That's on the table too. All right. Anyways, let's move on real quick. Let's go to Stellar. I'm not going to spend too much time on Stellar. You know I love the project. Y'all know how I feel as an investor and whatnot. But the story's pretty much the same, okay? I mean, we see on Stellar we're holding. We got the support and the 200 with us, okay? We got nice wicks to the downside, which is cool as well, okay, guys? But when we look at the buys, we don't see a lot of excitement either. All right. Now that could just be, again, they could be disguising their orders. All right. And loading up and consolidating here before it pops. Or it could be because, again, we still have a lot of fear in the market. How do we know if the fear is not a factor? Well, first we got to take out 44, 45-cent range. And then we have to take out 49 cents. Okay. If that's the case, we're probably ready to come up and challenge this area. Okay. I don't think 56 cents would really stop us if we cleared this. All right. So we just want to see participation. Right now we don't see any participation. We do see we're holding above the 200, but I mean look how tiny it is, guys. And then you have two moving averages here and a 4-hour resistance level at the 47-cent range, okay? Which also has this candle. So I mean there's pressure here as well, guys. There's pressure here as well. So I mean we just want to be prepared. If this level we're at right now, this 30, what is this blue line? 36 cents, 40 cents range, really 36 cents. If 36 cents starts to give out, guys, I didn't see enough excitement with these wicks. Okay, this had a lot of body on it. I know there was volume. So, I mean, there was some here, but look how it performed after. So, a lot of this volume you'd probably also credit to the sellers. But, I mean, these two wicks didn't really show excitement, and they're kind of just hovering in the middle. So, if 36 cents gives out, guys, there's a 23-cent stellar on the table, okay? There's a 23-cent stellar on the table if 36 cents gives out. All right, guys? Just giving you, a little perspective to be prepared because, again, we don't know what's coming, guys. We're in the Wild West here. Anyways, let's get to Bitcoin and Ethereum real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin on a monthly chart. All right. Guys, that is not looking good if you're Bitcoin. That's how we responded on the monthly chart from touching 30K. And now we're just floating here. We're not that close to 40,000, okay? I mean, we're $3,000 away, but still, guys, I mean, look at how tiny it is. All right. You think we're just going to take this and take off from here? I don't think so. Is this convincing enough to you for this to move up? I don't know, guys. Maybe if the tether printer's active, maybe. But guys, I'm just not seeing enough excitement right now. If anything, it looks like it might come back down into the 30s and test those waters to figure it out. Almost like it needs a little more information, okay? And look where our 20 moving average is, guys. It's right here around 26,000, okay? There's a lot of traders who like to use gaps, okay? I'm not really a gap trader, okay? So I can't give you like a detailed explanation or strategy right now. But a lot of these gap traders are saying that there's a big gap on Bitcoin between 24 and 26K, okay? If that's the case, if there is a gap between 24 and 26K and these gap traders are right, okay? And it's going to go down to fill that gap, again, I mean, it's on the table. Okay, this structure right now, this isn't how you want to respond off of a major support level. Okay, we would have loved to see a nasty wick, even if the wick would have came down and hit our 20 moving average as well. Okay, or if this body wasn't as, I mean, this body's so big, guys. Okay, and we see the last time at 30K, all this volume, and we had a wick. We had a wick to the upside. Okay, this occurred next and this, but this was just speculation and Elon Musk, guys. Okay? I mean, this is the volume right here. And look what it did, guys. A wick to the upside. Okay? So, I mean, I'm not that bullish on Bitcoin. I think we have some room to come down, especially with the negative narrative that's being pushed on it. Okay? But, and again, that's why I say maybe with XRP, we have potential to see it come down because Bitcoin, I think it's coming down, guys. All right. And there could be a quick pop before it comes down because people want to try to play this structure. But volume is saying the big money isn't getting involved just yet. Okay. Anyways, guys, as you can see, this isn't the place you'd enter. You're in the middle. You're not at the top breaking out. You're not at the support level getting a better stop loss placement for your risk management. Okay, this is a riskier spot. If you play this trade right now on Bitcoin, your stop would be going below this structure. Okay, but is this convincing enough to make you think that it won't come down below anymore because there's so many buyers here who will scoop it up before it gets here? No, guys. If anything, the buyers are probably here if they're ready to really launch this. So if you take the trade now and put your stop here, there's a good chance you're just going to lose this trade. Plus, you're not targeting much. All right, and you have a lot of resistance above you. So Bitcoin doesn't have buyers involved. You can't get in a trade right now. It's not a good price. Maybe scalping, but it's not a good price. And that's why the volume's reflecting that nobody's entering here. Okay? So, if that's the case and this gives out, I mean, if you enter now, are you going to set your stop down here? Why would you do that? That's just taking a big extra risk. I mean, you might as well just wait for it down here, which is what most good traders are probably doing if they're trying to take this trade on Bitcoin from this support level. Okay, and it would look better to me if it ranged and came down, especially if it came down kind of slow. Okay, or if it gave you a nasty wick. If it's fast, it has to give you a nasty wick. If that's the case, though, that's going to give you a lot of excitement, and then I think you're ready to really take off and maybe go challenge probably 42K first, and then get up to like 50K if it's going to go make that push, okay? Which is on the table. That also looked pretty good, setting another lower high before it comes down even harder, because this asset, it's got a lot of room down to go, guys. Okay, you gotta remember, this is all speculation, no partnerships, no fundamentals, completely overvalued, narrative slaughtering it. China's no longer gonna allow miners to mine it. Okay, guys. I mean, it's just all kinds of bad for Bitcoin right now. All right, all kinds of bad. So yeah, I'm not exactly too sure why anybody would want to be invested into an asset like this when you got opportunities like XRP. Even with this setup, $1.04, guys, that's an incredible entry for what we know about this project. It's an incredible entry. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to Bitcoin. We'll wrap it up. Let me just get down to a 4-hour. Okay. 4-hour. We see a low. We see a higher low. We see a higher low. And then in here, we see a low and a higher low and potentially a higher low. So we want to see how this performs, okay, guys? There's a good chance on a 4-hour that this thing could pop, push up to 40, and maybe even come challenge 44K. That could easily happen. Things could get bullish this week, all right? But if it fails here, okay, and it's got some challenge in this 45K range, especially with such little volume here, okay? All of this, it's just low volume, guys, okay? So, I mean, is that on the table? Of course, but you have a lot of room to fall too, all right? And one could argue you got your high, your lower high, your lower high. So here you got your low, your higher low, your higher low, but here you got your high, your lower high, your lower high. This is a critical point right now, which is why I believe you're seeing a sandwich between the two averages, the 20 and the 50. And I think what happens between here in this little sandwich with this pressure is going to dictate a lot, okay? Right now it's looking like it might come down. If it comes down, it's probably taking this out. And if it takes this out, it's coming down all the way to 30K again. Okay? This stuff here isn't going to catch Bitcoin. All right? This is why this is such a key area for Bitcoin. It's going to help us get a feel for the week. All right? Now, I mean, another thing that makes me feel like we saw the price rise today was again because the monthly close, okay? People were anticipating something bullish and maybe they were jumping in, okay? But I mean, again, when we zoom down, guys, the argument's there for both sides. If you're playing, really, if you're watching crypto, especially Bitcoin, but if you're watching crypto in general, you should be watching Bitcoin right now, because what's going to occur here on the 4 hours, I think, is going to dictate a lot. All right, let's zoom in. Let's see if we can get a read real quick. On the 1 hour, it's interesting. I mean, we got a nice move up, hold, break up, immediately come down, and now we're being held. Okay, and we're sandwiched between the 200 and the 20 with low volume. Okay, on the 1 hour chart. If they want to explode right now, look, guys, we had 100% retracement to this level. This is how it's performing again. So it gave us 1 week performance and immediately lost, and now it's giving us another week performance. One could also argue this is a shoulder, and here's shoulder 2, and this is the head. If that's the case, this thing gonna come down. I don't believe 36,300 is gonna catch it on the 1 hour, and since the 1 hour traders won't really have anything to do here, they're going to jump out, and we'll probably see it come down to 34. Okay, guys? 34. I think that's the next little stop. But again, when we go to a 4 hour, where's 34,000 for us? Right in this range, it will be challenging this candle. If this thing is coming back this deep and this didn't have a lot of excitement to begin with from this price, I don't know if this area, this 34,000, is going to catch it. Maybe one more little blip and then come down. And when it comes down, since this general area is just floating in the middle of two key areas, nobody's really getting involved because there's nowhere to set a stop, a safe stop, because of the high chance of the free fall down to 30. Okay, guys? And I think that, in my opinion, that's kind of how I lean towards this playing out. Again, though, it could pop before it comes down, but I feel like we're coming back to 30. Okay? I don't know. I mean, this week's going to be so interesting. The analysis makes me feel that way as well, the way, it's performing in the sandwich. It's not getting support beneath it, but the resistance is getting confirmation as the wicks are poking through, and they're making sure to stay below that. Okay? And even right now, this candle's even worse than this one. Okay? Bigger wicks, smaller body, less volume. All right? So, I mean, maybe it's going to come down to 36.3. I doubt you're going to get an amazing bounce here if this is what it's showing. So you're probably going to give out if this thing gives out, guys. If this moving average gives out. Really, that moving average and this candle. I mean, if we see 35K, we're probably coming down. Okay, in my opinion. If we see 35K, 34K, we're probably coming down to 30K. All right. Anyways, we'll wrap this up here. We'll just go over Ethereum real quick. And we'll end this video, guys. Let's just do a quick rundown. We see on the monthly, look at that. That's nasty for Ethereum, guys. That's nasty. Do you guys think, looking at this monthly chart, look at the volume on this, and the wick was so high to the upside, guys. Okay, let me clean these off real quick. There we go. Guys, I mean, let's get rid of that. That's nasty. You expect it to get bullish and take off again? Especially with what I just showed you with Bitcoin? Good chance Ethereum's coming under. And it's probably coming under our 25.13. If we go under 25.13, we're probably coming down to 21.34, guys. And I don't think you're going to get enough buyers here around 21.34. Especially if Bitcoin's probably dumping down to 30K. Which means Ethereum is looking to come down to probably 1,700 or 1,500 range, guys. Okay? I think you'll see Ethereum around 1,300, and maybe even that gives out if Bitcoin's down in the low 20s, okay? If Bitcoin's down in the low 20s, Ethereum's probably coming down to 900, 970, where the weekly level is, because this will have been such a nasty rejection. All right, guys? And that could easily occur with regulations. That could happen any day now, okay, guys? So that's something to be aware of. The monthly candle did not, in my opinion, did not look good for Ethereum. Look how nasty the wick is to the upside. I know they got a cool wick to the downside, but the one to the upside and all this space, guys. Man, it's just nasty. Even getting in here, you'd have really, because of this candle, if you're just doing without support resistance, guys, just off, price action, I mean, your stop would be down here somewhere if you're entering here, just doing price action, okay? I mean, you can't, it's not a good place to enter right now. If you want to get involved with Ethereum, it has to be down here, okay? It has to be in this area just to have any kind of protection for yourself as you're exposed in the market, all right? Anyways, let's just get down to a daily here. Daily, we see the little range sideways, the low, the higher low, but again, the high, the lower high, suppressed under the two moving averages, okay? I mean, we didn't get a great performance out of this support range. What's going to happen? Maybe gets a pop trying to fool everyone. It's going to be hard for me to see Ethereum pop up to 3,966, okay? Maybe 3,333, maybe, but it's going to be very hard for me to see Ethereum get up to here. If that's the case, if you're bullish on Ethereum, you're probably targeting right here, this structure, because I would assume it's going to set a higher or a lower high to really bring this thing down, because there's no way this thing's going to go set a new high. There's no way, guys, okay? I mean, only hope is a tether printer, okay? And I don't even know if the tether printer is going to be able to do that. That's a lot. That's a lot, okay? So, if that's the case, since this is kind of out of play, in my opinion, and we really got this, that's on the table, okay? You can enter here, set your stop down here, but that's not great, in my opinion, because if this gives out, you're coming down, okay? So it's just something to keep in mind here, guys. Something to keep in mind, because this range, this support range, we broke out and then we came right back in. And now we broke out and this is all we're doing and nobody's participating. It's not good look. It's not good look. Okay, guys? This is crypto. We want to be prepared for all scenarios, but I'm just saying. In my opinion, not a good look. Here's your high. Here's your lower high. Could easily come up to the 200 moving average before it gets rejected, comes down. If anything, on a 4-hour chart, we want to take out the 200 moving average and this area. This is shown to be a resistance here, okay? A 4-hour resistance. Let's add a line for you guys real quick. Put a little 4-hour resistance right here, guys. Boom. All right, keep it thin. The thin lines are 4-hour. The thick lines are daily. The orange lines are weekly levels, okay? So, anyways, yeah, I mean, you're going to have to deal with this 4-hour level and a 200 moving average. And people are going to do it from right here. Your stop would have to be down here, but this is in the middle of a range. Why would you want a stop loss right here? Just to make possibly this. And then you have to take this out aggressively and you're gonna just explode up to here, guys. It's gonna just be a takeoff. I mean, but what's so bullish right now in the crypto markets, especially with Bitcoin and Ethereum, to give people a reason to do that? Okay, there's all this fear in the market right now too. It's on the table. We want to be aware of it. If that occurs, that's what we got looking, that's what we're looking at. But if that doesn't happen, then that means the opposite's going to happen, which means we're going to come back into a level. This level's probably going to give out. This 4-hour level's not going to catch it again and set you off to new high, which means you're probably going to have to come down lower to get enough buyers excited enough to put enough money to give you a push to even have a shot that high. Okay, that's why risk to reward is so powerful, because it helps you gauge where a lot of people will get involved, which improves your odds of success. Okay, that with the volume, it's a great read, guys. It's a great read. Anyways, guys, I think we'll wrap this video up. I think we had a pretty good analysis. It wasn't too in-depth. I feel like it was still, pretty informative. It kind of gave you a lot of perspective and whatnot. Just helped us kind of gain a little clarity, a little insight on what we could be looking at as we move forward from here. It's June now, guys. It's a new month here. It's June 1st. Okay, so I think we're going to get a big taste of what's going to come this first week of June. Okay, guys, I think that's why there's so much talk around XRP and Ripple and this SEC thing happening this week. Okay, guys, that and then just the potential of more scary shit happening to Bitcoin. You know how they like to line all this kind of stuff up. Anyways, guys, we're going to end this video on that. All right, I'm sending y'all lots of love. I'm sending y'all lots of light, guys. Okay, if we have a crazy day tomorrow, when there's action, I'm here, guys. I'm always here when there's action. Okay, guys? If there's not action, we're just going to keep watching out for what we discussed today until we get a read, so then we can figure out what to do from there. All right, guys? One step at a time. One step at a time, but we're 10 steps ahead still. Okay, guys? Anyways, I love y'all. I'm sending y'all all that good energy, sending y'all all that electricity, guys. Okay? Y'all have the plan. Y'all have the map. Y'all know what to do with it. All right, guys? I'll talk to y'all soon.